All right. It's a good morning. It's a very good morning, and I'm going short right now in Nasdaq. The logic behind it is we just took out this candle's high. It's very vague, but I'll tell you why right now. So this is a 15-minute fair value gap. From this candle's low to this candle's high, there's an imbalance in price. The other huge factor is that these two large white candles are the opening range created from the opening bell. So at 9:30 we had this low created as well as this high. Come 10 o'clock, we raid that high right here. So this is the start of 10 o'clock. We raid it, begin to go lower, but come back up once more. Anyone that thought that the 9:30 bell that got raided and was going to keep going lower gets stopped out. We feel a little bit more of that imbalance, and now we're working our way lower. So what I have marked out is the sell side liquidity pool we created in the morning at 8:38, and then also this liquidity right here at 9:30, which was the lowest we had. Do I think we'll get all the way down there? Probably not. My goal is a discount for value gap. So right now we just created a swing high in this candle. I'd be watching this candle's consequent encroachment, and that's at 76.25. So right here I want to see some resistance. My stop loss is going to be above the fair value gap, couple ticks above, and then I want to see price get into this imbalance right there. Yeah, that's good. Now I want to see some sort of displacement to the downside, some sort of fair value gap, especially in the form of a SIBI. That kind of lets me know, hey, there's a bearish price action going on. Bearish market structure, which leads to bearish price action. So can we get below this low right here? And how deep do we go past it? See how it's equal with this low right here? Now it just pierced right through it. We want to see that become a fair value gap. So we look at the closing price to see where it ends. And then we're going to be looking at the next candle's high. Right here, I'll pyramid on. If it would have touched this bearish order block. Okay, here we go. Okay, it doesn't quite get me there. It was about a tick short. And that's perfectly fine as well. We don't need to do anything extravagant here. There we go, I'll take one. So I want to see respect here. I want to see price be held at bay and to drop lower. Very, very solid. Want to see a new low always being created than the previous candle. So I'm really looking for like that. And now the golden picture is to close underneath those lows on our way down to this fair value gap. This is really solid. I want to take my first partial right here for sure. Reason behind this is we got in at 70. That's more than 20 handles. It's about 24. It is 24 exactly. And that's all you need in a trade. I mean, that gets me $50, and that's $50 extra for the day. Overzealously, I would like to take my final take profit here, maybe at the consequent encroachment of this. But there's no need to be greedy, and so I'll take one partially off right here. Should we get there? Also going to show you guys the account. Yeah, right now we're at 99.66, and so our risk management is perfectly fine for this trade. So we do close over this level, so I'll be watching this now. Oops. It's an order block, so the low and the open are two very crucial spots. I don't like how we're respecting this orange line now that we're above it and we close over it. What would make me very confident in this trade is if we make a new low right here. Risk management is perfectly fine. We don't have to worry about taking a loss. There we go. That's a very good closing price. I want a bearish candle here too. There we go. That's golden. Now I want a lower closing price than that swing low. Swing low is a low with two higher lows beneath it. So I want it to be beneath here. Realistically, this candle on the right, but this one just qualifies it even more. There we go. Couldn't have asked for a better candle. Well, maybe to get to our target, but that's about it. Oh, that's what I look like. That's crazy. I'm looking mad bummy this morning, guys, but it is what it is. You know, this is reality. My situation. I saw what I like to see, and I hopped out of bed so I could be. Anyway. This is exactly what I mean. Order blocks, order blocks, order blocks. If I could type. This is basically the memo of what order blocks are. If I had to put it in a single paragraph. Of course, there's so much more behind it, but this is what you want to see. This is what you want the pattern to be. Now right here, we're seeing a swing low forming, and we're going to be very patient. Now I'm going to go into the 1 minute chart. I'm going to go to ES to see if we took out anything that's crucial. We did go into this low fair value gap, but I don't think that's very meaningful, I guess you could say, or I should say like more significant. Yeah, significant's the word I'm really looking for. But gauging the two together is always helpful. So yeah, I want to see what this candle does here. It's got about 30 seconds left. Does it want to reach for this fair value gap? And if so, how deep does it go into it? I want this sell side liquidity pool, that's for sure. Okay, we do reach into it, right about the mean threshold. Consequent encroachment, my bad. Get your theory right, your terms right, Zach. Yeah, I'll make a little box, that way it's not just lines all over the place. But it was a good reaction off of it, that's for sure. So you see the white dashed line, see how we touch the middle, that point, see how we're respecting it. I also really like the closing price of it and how we're staying beneath the order block. Now if I'm note taking, that might be somewhere that I'm wanting to pyramid down. However, in this case, you see I didn't, and it pays off because this candle shouldn't be possible. It shouldn't. Right? Like it just turns your whole trade upside down. But we're going to be patient. We still got a lot of time. I'm watching the closing price very closely. But this right here is concerning. This turns into an inversion fair value gap now, and we do not want to see support here. Okay, here we go. We want to see it pierce right through. Which is not what we're getting at the moment. Still time though. Alright, I'll take one contract off so I don't really have to worry about more outcome of the trade. So instead of losing 50, I'd only lose 25. So we make a new high and go to our stop loss. This is a daily fair value gap right here. That orange line at 150. Oops. Need a new mouse, I think. I was wondering if I brought mine. I did not. I know I didn't. Might be something I have to grab back in my home. some breakfast after this trade. Okay, 15 minutes right here. Right. Okay. I'm gonna save myself some money here. Call it first before we get to the top.